Health.com recently posted an article about NMN. Now, this is a website that reaches over 9 million people per month and is probably the most mainstream health and medical websites out there. We normally don't see a lot of information in mainstream medical publications about NMN, yet this article lists 4 reasons that you may want to start taking NMN. The bar for this website is pretty darn high, so there is a lot of language here like may boost NAD levels. Well, we know NMN boosts NAD levels based on dozens of different studies, but they are very careful to make clear statements stating that these things will definitely happen. But again, the bar is very, very high on this website. Their sources of information come from 12 different studies, which are all listed. You can click on the individual numbers in each paragraph where they reference a study. You can click on them and then see the entire list, and then you can click on them individually. So everything that you need is down in the description in the link to this article, and then you can go further down the line and see all the different studies. The first reason that they list for taking NMN, now keep in mind, one reason can result in dozens of different benefits. I've had 25 or so benefits. I'm making a video series based on the different NMN benefits that I've experienced since taking NMN 4 years ago. But the results of each of these reasons, again, may result in many, many different benefits down the line. The first one is that NMN boosts NAD levels. NAD generates cellular energy and helps repair DNA damage. So you can certainly see where those two things could help you. The things that people most commonly report when taking NMN are related to these things: faster healing, better energy, better mood, better focus, and on and on and on. These benefits are likely related to the NAD boosting powers of NMN. However, we don't always see the physical benefits from simply boosting NAD levels. Case in point would be getting an NAD shot. You may feel more energy for a week or two, and then it subsides after that. Whereas taking NMN maintains your NAD levels, and people then start to report over a period of time these different benefits. It's important to keep in mind that from these studies, we find that it can take 60 days for your NAD levels to boost significantly when taking NMN. So different people report different timelines for reporting various benefits that they experience. It might take you several weeks or even a few months before you actually feel or notice these changes. However, NAD levels do go up when taking NMN. So if you're going to give it a chance, you probably should give it some time. Now, the second reason, which can have many implications down the line as well, is that NMN can improve athletic performance. This is something myself and many others have noticed. I'm exercising a lot better. I'm recovering faster, which helps me to build more muscle, better fitness, better endurance, stamina. And this happened immediately after taking NMN, and I've now taken it, as I said, for 4 years. So I've experienced these benefits increasingly so the entire time. The 2 studies listed here, one of which was 48 middle and younger aged adult runners experiencing improved aerobic capacity. So you don't have to be an aging adult to experience the benefits of taking NMN. You can boost your NAD levels even if you're younger. In fact, some young people do have low NAD levels. Could be diet related, could be genetic related, but if you feel like you're lacking energy and focus, maybe at whatever age you are, you might want to have your NAD levels checked. The second study was done on 65 men 65 and older, and they had better walking speed and grip strength after taking NMN for 6 to 12 weeks. Now, in the first study of younger people, they did experience benefits after 6 weeks, so something starts to happen after that 6-week timeline, even though it can take more weeks than that to actually raise your NAD levels significantly. You can start experiencing benefits earlier than that. Now, for all of these reasons, they say more studies are needed. And we know this is true, but it's interesting that so many thousands of people are experiencing these benefits, and the few studies that are coming out support the kinds of things that people are experiencing. Now, so far, all of these I experienced myself. After taking NMN, my NAD levels did go up. I've already referenced my own athletic improvements. And the third reason is your metabolic health may improve. The way they measured this was NMN improved your body body's response to insulin. So in my case, I was pre-diabetic before I started taking NMN, and multiple blood tests showed this. However, the blood tests that I've had after taking NMN showed no pre-diabetic signs whatsoever. And I've also found improvements to how I handle sugar. I was getting very anxious and having anxiety attacks if I ate a few cookies even. I ended up in the ER simply by eating something I shouldn't have. That hasn't happened at all since taking NMN. I've had 0 anxiety attacks and I've had 0 problems with sugar, although I have reduced my sugar intake for general health reasons, just to expand on the success that NMN has been offering me. I also had something that I believe was a symptom of that prediabetes, gout in one of my toes. That has gone away. That took time. It took about 2 years before I noticed a significant improvement there, and now it's completely gone. So there's hope for any of you that might be experiencing that symptom. Now, the fourth reason is that NMN has been shown to lengthen telomeres. Now, it turns out there are different methods to lengthen telomeres. However, the other benefits must be kept in mind. Taking a drug that lengthens telomeres probably won't improve your NAD levels. And we don't know if simply lengthening your telomeres through taking a drug or getting in some kind of chamber, if those will improve your athletic performance. So the fact that NMN has these other benefits, plus your telomeres are lengthened, is pretty telling. The NMN that I take is from DoNotAge. I take it in powder form. I take about 1.5 grams per day. I've had no problem sleeping since taking NMN. Some people do report that. You don't see that in studies, however. So that's the power of many different people taking NMN, as people do here. Sometimes things show up in a broader cross-section of people than these narrow studies can find. And I do think it's important to continue the dialogue with many thousands of people who take NMN. So I hope you'll like this video and comment below to support this so we can keep reaching an audience. I'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching.